Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. We're going to talk about hand depth in the backswing today and how we can properly do it without disconnecting the arms from the torso, okay? So talking about depth in the backswing, okay? The depth in the backswing is the arms being more back, okay? If the arms and hands are here, there's no depth. Arms and hands being back there's more depth, okay? We want to get depth in the backswing, but not so much where we don't have height. We want depth and height where the lead arm covers the lead shoulders, okay? That's a good reference point for you guys to look at. So for most players, okay, we want to get the depth because we are turning, you can see. Most players, initially when they try to get depth or they can see to get depth, actually don't get it by turning to get there. They do it by moving their arms and hands independently from the torso. That's what drags the torso with eventually. And even though this looks deep, we don't want that, okay? Because at this point, the trail elbow sometimes creeps behind the trail rib cage too much. We don't want that. Trail arm eventually will fold too much. We don't want that either because that gets things too narrow. And that's an extra movement I have to correct, or you have to correct, in the downswing to get things back on track. And in the downswing where things happen so fast, we don't want to do that. We want to minimize the variables in the downswing, so we want to make a pretty tidy backswing to give ourselves the best chance at it, okay? In some scenarios, there are cases where we do have to let the arms move a little bit extra on its own depending on the player, and that's acceptable. But for most players as a starting point, what's going to help you guys more is making sure that the torso turn is what moves the arms and the hands deeper. You can see like that. So to help you sync things up, okay, what you can do is when you set up as a drill, you're going to hold your hands like you're going to hold the club kind of like a hockey stick, okay? And from here, arms are straight. From here, I'm going to keep both arms straight, and I'm going to turn while keeping it straight. Most players, when I see them do this for the first time, they move this arm and club structure, they move this hockey stick feel back on its own. You can see eventually the trail arm folds. This is them trying to get depth through the fake way, which we don't want for most people. We want to get the depth by turning the torso. You can see by keeping both arms straight, they can only stay straight and move if I keep turning, okay? My lower body turns so my torso can turn more. Now I get the depth while both arms stay straight. If I don't turn and I try to just move the arms deep, this is the furthest I can go, okay? I'm a pretty flexible guy, and this is the furthest I can go. Eventually, my trail arm folds up, and I get depth, but it's fake. We don't want that to happen. So this is the drill you need to do to help you turn to get the depth and to sync up your arms to get the depth, okay? So hold the club like a hockey stick. You're going to turn slowly while keeping it straight. You can go as far as you can while keeping the arms straight, and that's the end range. That's the end of the movement. You feel your arms moving in sync with the torso. You feel the arms staying straight to maintain the width. Then what you can do is then grip it and try to feel the same thing. Feeling that stretch back and up just like you did while feeling the hockey stick feel, okay? When you do this, when you actually hit, the trail arm will fold slightly, and that's totally expected because the trail arm has to bend in reality. But in this drill, we want to keep it long just to force you to turn your torso more to get your arms and hands back to get that depth. So one more time, hold it like a hockey stick. I'm going to keep this, both arms locked out. Turn is what gets these arms and hands and club back. Get the hockey stick back. I feel the turn, I feel the stretch, I feel the depth and the width. Now I'm going to hit. Really feeling like I do the same thing, really slowly, sync it up, turn, get the depth, and then I make my downswing, okay? You can see I'm doing this very slow to really feel the stretch, to really feel the engagement of the muscles I felt while doing the hockey stick feel. That's what you need to do initially to wake things up in your body, to wake certain muscle parts up, body parts up, so that you can learn how to engage it to get that proper depth through the turn of your body. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, let me know, and then we'll go from there. Thanks.